My birthday was a few months ago, and as a present, my mom decided to buy me They Might Be Giants, Then, the earlier years. We listened to it non-stop on the way to and from my college, and one of the songs in particular stood out to me. It was a song so beautiful, so magnificent, that I could not help but be inspired. That song was titled Put Your Hand Inside the Puppet Head, and naturally, it made me want to make sock puppets. But not just any sock puppets of They Might Be Giants themselves, John and John. So yeah, I'm going to be showing my process of how I made the Johns as puppets, but it can serve as a tutorial for any sock puppets anyone wants to make. So let's start with the materials we'll need. To make a sock puppet, you'll need felt, yarn, a hot glue gun and extra hot glue, scissors, wire and wire cutters, pencils, and cardboard. And just a reminder, be very careful when using hot glue or you might get burned, like I did, 3 times. If you're a child, make sure you have a parent there to supervise you and make sure you don't get hurt. Sadly, due to my inexperience with using time lapses, the 45 minutes of footage got condensed into 15 seconds, so I'll try to speed through it as best as I can while still giving a comprehensive tutorial. Obtain sock and place bottom side upwards. Cut out cardboard that fits on the bottom side of the sock and place felt on top of the cardboard. Glue the felt to the cardboard and the cardboard to the sock. Glue googly eyes accordingly. Now that you have a basic puppet, you can begin customizing it. I'm going to be adding John Linnell's hair by using brown yarn. The yarn ended up curly, which was unintentional, but also kind of fits because Linnell has curly hair. Curly-ish anyway. I cut one piece of yarn the length I wanted his hair to be, and then cut the other ones according to that first piece of yarn. I thought I knew how I wanted the hair to be placed, but I was having a bit of trouble with making it look good, so I asked my mom for help. She suggested I tie the hair where I want the part to be, and then glue the tied part onto the puppet, instead of gluing each hair down individually. This worked amazingly, but was also the part where I ended up burning myself with a hot glue gun, because I forgot that I usually press down the glue onto stuff using a pencil, and not my finger. Please use a pencil and not your finger. It really hurt. As you saw earlier, I drew on the sock with a pencil. That was so I could make sure I was gluing down the hair in the correct place. A mild burn, a couple of minor adjustments to the hair, and a drink of water later, and John Linnell the puppet is finished. For John Flansburgh, I know I wanted the traditional pom-pom hair that most sock puppets have. But once again, I didn't know how to do it, so I asked my mom for help. For the pom-pom, what I needed to do was tie some yarn around a piece of cardboard, then once it's all nice and looped, tie it together, and then cut off the loops. It took a few tries, but I eventually got it to work, and I marked down the place where I wanted to glue the hair on, and then glued the hair on. And this time I actually remembered to use a pencil to press down the hair instead of my fingers. With the hair done, I grabbed some black wire, and after a bit of trial and error, crafted a pair of glasses for Puppet Flansburgh. As you can see, I originally wanted the glasses to have the earpieces, but they wouldn't work, so I cut them off. And honestly, I think it looks a lot better. Now that the glasses are firmly in place, it's on to the final results. So yeah, that's my process for creating They Might Be Giant sock puppets, and if it wasn't informative, I hope it was at least entertaining. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.